If you've hit 40 and your life is still a mess, your career's going nowhere, your body's breaking down, your mind's exhausted, sorry, but that's on you, not your parents, not the government, not your circumstances. You chose to live the last 40 years like you've got 400 more to spare. You played the procrastination game. You called laziness finding yourself. You called weakness being sensitive. And now you're waking up to find life has left you behind. But it's not too late if you're man enough to swallow the truth. If you're willing to look in the mirror and name the disappointment you've become. Because in this video, I'm going to say what no one else has the guts to tell you. Keep watching if you've got the balls for it. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and like if you're new here. It helps me keep bringing you more valuable content. I used to believe that if I lived right and worked hard, eventually things would fall into place. That the world would recognize my efforts, that people would understand and support me, that opportunities would find their way to me if I just kept pushing forward. Then the years passed, and I learned a cold truth no one ever said out loud. No one owes you a damn thing. No one owes you fairness. No one owes you a thank you. No one owes you a shot just because you deserve it. The world isn't programmed to be kind to you. It responds only to the results you produce. You can complain, blame, or list all the crap you've been through, but no one's got the time to keep listening. Everyone's fighting their own battles. And you know what hurts the most? You might be the one who owes yourself the most. You owe yourself a clear plan, a hard discipline, a stronger version of who you are. Not in theory, but in reality. But instead of stepping up, you numb yourself with meaningless lines like, I'm trying, it's not my fault, things will work out. No, they won't. Not unless you do the work. No one's coming to pull you out of the wreckage. No one but you. Waking up means swallowing this truth whole without spitting it back out. You are the cause, and you are the solution. No one wrecked your life unless you handed them the keys. And no one's rebuilding it unless you pick up the bricks, roll up your sleeves, and get to work. When I accepted that, everything changed. I stopped waiting for someone to shake me awake. I set my own damn alarm. I stopped chasing validation. I proved my value through action. I stopped blaming, and strangely enough, the world started responding. You want a different life? Start by killing your expectations. Start doing the work. Start taking full responsibility. No one owes you anything, but you owe yourself far too much to keep living like a man waiting to be rescued. No one taught me this when I was younger. If your body breaks down, everything else will collapse with it. At 20, you think you're invincible. At 30, you start to feel the fatigue but pretend everything's fine. By 40, the truth can't hide anymore. The cost of neglect shows up somewhere between pain and helplessness. Every time you're out of breath climbing stairs, every night you need pills just to sleep, every morning you wake up in a worn-out body. That's not aging. That's a reminder. You've abandoned yourself for too long. Your body is the foundation. You can have the biggest ambitions, the sharpest mind, the most refined skills. But if your body can't keep up, it's all just puppets on a string. You can't go to war with life in a tired, sluggish, caffeine-addicted shell. A man can't protect his family, carry his responsibilities, or maintain discipline if he can't control his gut or his aching back. Weak men look for excuses. Strong men look for ways to train. You don't need to be built like a fighter, but you do need a body that's ready when life punches you in the face. When you lose your job, when illness hits, when your wife is exhausted, when your kids need you, your body needs to be an anchor, not another weight to carry. I'm not writing this to make you feel guilty. I'm writing this to make you move. Don't wait until a doctor tells you it's too late. Start with the basics. Sleep 7 hours. Drink water like it matters. Get the junk food out of your house. And above all, train like your life depends on it. Because it does. You can renovate your house, upgrade your gear, buy a new car, but you've only got one body, and you live in it every damn day. If you neglect your headquarters, don't be surprised when the entire business of your life falls apart. If this video made you think, hit like now. Comment below. How have you applied Stoicism in your life? Stoic success, unbreakable mindset, total control. I used to be that guy who said, money isn't everything. Sounds deep, right? It did, until I couldn't afford my mother's hospital bills, until I had to say no to my kids' tutoring, until I opened my wallet, saw a few crumpled bills, and told myself, guess it's instant noodles again this week. Let me make this clear. Money won't fix everything, but being broke will make everything worse. Only when you felt the gut punch of financial helplessness do you understand just how critical money is. No, it doesn't buy love, but it buys time. It buys freedom. It buys peace of mind. And you're not going to feel happy when you're drowning in debt, stressing over every bill, and living under someone else's terms because you have no other options. We grew up being fed the lie that chasing money is evil, that it means you're greedy. But here's the truth. Money is energy. Money is choice. Money is the ability to say no when you need to. It's the power to live by your values without being strangled by circumstance. Being poor isn't a sin, but staying poor while doing nothing about it, that's on you. Don't fall for the cliche crap like happiness is simple. Yeah, it is, for people who've already moved past survival mode. But if you're still stressing about how you'll eat today or where you'll live next month, stop lying to yourself. You're not happy, you're just surviving. If hearing this stings, good. It's supposed to. That sting is your wake-up call. And if you don't know where to start here. Learn to create value. Turn skills into income. Turn time into assets. Stop spending like a fool and start investing in yourself. No one's going to rescue you from poverty. That's your job. Money won't buy you happiness, but it will open the door so you can walk into it or keep standing outside, staring through the glass with a look of quiet desperation. Your move. If I hear one more person say, follow your passion and the money will come, I might explode. That's one of the most irresponsible pieces of advice ever spread. It might work for the 1%. The extremely gifted, extremely lucky, or the ones with connections and capital. But for the rest of us, believing that is the fastest way to end up broke and disappointed. A career doesn't start with passion. It starts by looking at the market and asking, what problem can I solve that people are willing to pay for? That's strategy. That's clear thinking. But if you start with passion without caring whether the world even needs it, you're gambling with terrible odds. I used to drown myself in a passion for writing. I wrote a ton. I was damn good. But I didn't make a dime because no one needed what I was writing the way I thought they did. When I learned how to write for sales, for inspiration, for solving real problems, that's when I started making money. I didn't abandon my passion. I upgraded it into a valuable skill. Hear this. You don't need to love your job. You need to be good at it first. Because once you're good, then you start having options. You can say no to clients you don't want. You can pick projects you care about. Passion doesn't lead the way. It's the reward for those who had the discipline to stick it out. Your career isn't some emotional playground. It's a long, brutal war. It demands that you learn what you hate, do what's uncomfortable, and resist what you crave. Every successful entrepreneur I've met has been ruthlessly practical. They don't chase what they love. They build what people can't live without. And then, once things are stable, once you've created value, built resources, and laid a solid foundation, you can circle back and play with passion. But by then, you don't need it to survive. You get to choose it. That's the difference between building a career and being a dreamer. I used to think that if I found the right woman, everything would change. She'd inspire me, heal my wounds, make me better. The perfect woman would complete all the missing pieces in me. Sound familiar? That's one of the most romanticized lies modern men are fed every damn day. No one's responsible for fixing you. No woman, no matter how amazing, can turn a directionless man into someone strong. Love doesn't turn a failure into someone dependable. If you can't carry your own life, don't expect anyone else to carry it for you. You can blame your past relationships. You can say you were betrayed, abandoned, used. But the truth is, you allowed it. because you entered those relationships without standing firm. A man with no mission, no clarity, no stability will always choose the wrong woman or be chosen by the wrong one. Love isn't a lifeline, it's a reward. If you're already grounded, when you're solid, you attract someone solid. When you're clear, you can set boundaries. When you're strong, you project the kind of safety women actually need. Women don't want cute, quirky, or fragile. They want rock steady. So when they fall apart, they know they're not falling alone. I'm not telling you to be cold or detached. The opposite, love fully, but don't be dependent. Care deeply, but don't cling. Give, but don't trade your worth just to keep someone around. If someone walks away from you while you're growing, good, let them, because the right person shows up when you're strong enough not to need rescuing. No one's coming to fix you. There's no other half destined to complete you. At best, there's someone to walk beside you, but only after you've started walking on your own. The most dangerous enemy a man faces isn't society. It's not other people. It's not poverty or failure. It's himself, when he starts believing the lies he tells just to keep going. We don't fall because of adversity, we fall because of pretending. Pretending that everything's fine, pretending that I'm trying, pretending that I just haven't found the right opportunity. But what's the truth? You're procrastinating, you're avoiding, you're blaming. And the worst part, you know it, but keep living like nothing's wrong. You say you'll start tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. You say you're not ready, even though what you're lacking isn't knowledge, it's the guts to begin. You look at other people's success and say they got lucky, instead of asking yourself, have I done enough? That's self-deception. It creeps into every decision, every habit, every choice you make. And it wears a clever disguise, excuses that sound reasonable. I have kids, so I can't pursue my career. I'm too busy to work out. I don't have the money to invest in myself. Sound fair? Sure. But those exact words are what's killing you, slowly. Self-deception puts you to sleep in the comfort zone. It helps you feel less guilty for doing nothing. It makes you think you're living when really you're just delaying spiritual death one more day. And then one day you wake up at 45, look around and realize, no career, no health, no passion, no time left. And the worst part, no one left to blame. Think that won't happen to you? Look in the mirror. Are you living the way you once dreamed at 20? Or are you busy chasing the very things you once swore you'd never become? Don't run. Face it. The truth might hurt, but lies will destroy you. I used to live like that. I used to tell myself I was fine, that things would change, but nothing changed until I had the guts to name the truth. That I was weak, that I was lazy, that I had no discipline, that I was jealous of people doing better, that I was living like a victim, not a warrior. And when I admitted that, something shifted. A new power woke up, the power of taking responsibility. From that moment, I stopped acting based on motivation. I moved because I had to. I started small. Sleeping on time, training every morning, reading instead of scrolling, learning new skills, writing down plans. Not to become someone, but to stop betraying myself. Want to change? Don't start with goals, start with ruthless honesty. Break the illusions, tear up the excuses. Look in the mirror and say, I'm the problem and I'm the solution. Only when you stop lying to yourself do you actually start living. And real life, while brutal, always rewards the man who dares to face it. You've heard enough. You've lived long enough to know exactly where you are. And if this hits you hard, good. Pain means you're still alive, still capable of change. But now it's time to choose. Keep living the same or get up and change. There's no time left for excuses. You're not too busy, you're just prioritizing the wrong things. You're not unlucky, you just haven't gone long enough, deep enough, hard enough. Don't wait for collapse before you act. Because by then, you might still be breathing, but you'll be out of options. Real men don't whine. They act. They face fear. They own responsibility. They rebuild from the rubble if they must. They don't need pity. They need results. Want to respect yourself? Then live like a man worthy of that respect. Want to make an impact? Then discipline yourself first. Want to be a role model for your kids? Then stop talking and live like proof. The choice is yours. And no, there's no easy option. One path is the pain of discipline. The other is the pain of regret. Which one do you choose? Start today. Not perfect, just honest. Not a lot, just consistent. And remember, you don't need anyone to believe in you as long as you stop betraying yourself. Thank you for being here. If you found this video helpful, subscribe, turn on notifications, and like this video. Don't forget to leave a comment so we can spread positivity together.